Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Boy Ghost GG, and today we are reacting to Hogwarts Legacy Gameplay Showcase number 2. Just came out today, live stream happened, I woke up late, so we're going to be watching the video version of it, not the live stream, but we will be able to watch it in 4K, so which is a benefit. And this is the second gameplay showcase in the last few months. Remember the first one, we got to look at character customization, Hogwarts tour, and combat. Now I believe this one, from what I saw on Twitter, was for um movement or like traversal, flight, and whatnot. Um, advanced combat and the room requirement. That's what I said on Twitter. We'll obviously see what once this showcase starts and it's full. But yeah, I'm excited. Every time there's a new showcase or new updates on Twitter or whatever, I just get excited for this game. Like I'm already excited. Like I have this base excitement for it, and then I just get even more excited because it's a wizard game in today's era with all the benefits of advanced mechanics and graphics and whatnot. It's like
Hey
I'm just
everybody, welcome to
so
the
damn
Hogwarts
excited.
Legacy Gameplay Showcase. I'm Chandler Wood, Community Manager here at Avalanche Software, and I'm honored to introduce you to our panel today.
Chandler Wood.
First up, we have community guest host, Ben Snow.
Oh my god, I
Hey,
can't
let's
believe
go,
this is
Ben
happening.
Snow.
Thank you so much for having me.
And from the Avalanche team, we have Game Director Alan Tu.
Hello, everybody.
And Systems Designer Mackenzie Toner.
Hi.
And finally, just off screen capturing gameplay for us, Andrew Corum.
Alright, just send a message real quick.
Today we'll be giving you a taste of the open
empty.
world via broom flight, a deeper look at combat using
Oh,
the
there we go.
Dark Arts
Flight and
Battle
open
Arena,
world.
and a look at your personalizable home within Hogwarts, the Room of Requirement.
Hey, let's
where
go.
we may even see some beasts. And we're starting right where we left off in our last gameplay showcase, just outside Hogwarts, which I love that we can.
Perfect.
You can walk out of the castle after walking through everything, and then just come out here and take off on your broom out into the open world.
Nice.
And Alan, I know that's something that you particularly like about Hogwarts Legacy too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of just being able to hop on the broom and, and go anywhere. There's something about kind of like the sensation of everything being open to you, and just
Ooh,
I love the proximity
seamless.
that I can get to things. I love flying close to the ground, and
Oh, baby, let's
I
go.
kind of wanted to talk about it just because
Oh,
I
it looks
feel
so good.
you know, the brooms are fun for me, not just because of all those feelings of exhilaration, but because they're not just I have a broom and it's done. I actually kind of like some of the mechanics in it. So you see in the lower right, there's a meter there, and occasionally as Andrew's kind of flying up or
As I
flying
said, I
down,
woke up
you might
late, so I'm a
notice
little
it
tired here.
draining
I was
or
playing
not.
Witcher 3 all
This
night,
isn't the present day where all the broom technology is well known
until
and
like
advanced
2:30 in the morning.
and
I'm tired.
everything that we know and love. This is an earlier time where they're still trying to figure out. You know, we're not at the 3000 yet. We're at the we're at the 11. So,
Oh, that's smart.
I'm just so speechless right now because this is just so beautiful. The world just looks so. By the way, the broom, is that like the only one, or can you like upgrade that broom to go faster?
Yeah, so we have a shop in Hogsmeade, actually a broom shop, and
Ooh,
so
cool.
that sells a variety of different brooms. And it was
Ooh,
important to
customized
us
brooms,
that the player
baby.
could customize themselves based on their own aesthetic. So they're purely cosmetic, but if you talk to the shopkeep and help him out, he'll actually sell upgrades.
Oh,
yeah, and
nice.
those upgrades will make it so that where normally the broom you can only fly, you can only go at max speed. It's kind of like a turbo meter down there. You can only go at max speed without the meter going down, kind of closer to the ground. And as you raise into the air, you'll notice the meter drop. And so those upgrades will allow you to increase that distance from the ground. And the broom owner at the sporting goods store in Hogsmeade is trying to perfect the broom and get better at it and know it better. And you can participate
The
that.
early days of broom flight, so it's not perfect.
And I love
You won't be able to do what they do in the Harry Potter movies or the books or whatever.
Close to the ground. It's not just a travel mechanic, point A to point B. You're not just flying high over everything, although it is beautiful, something I really love doing, but as well, there's lots to.
In that case, would Quidditch even be in this world yet? If they don't have a perfected broom?
Kind of surfing vibe over the.
Oh my god! Like I'm just like I want to snatch the controller from Andrew right now because I want to go to the mountains.
Really need to play
the
Quidditch on
forest,
Beasts.
and to the hamlet, or I don't know. That's how it's called. I think that's what it is.
No, it's awesome. We're actually gonna land here, and I feel like that you call it a hamlet is just perfect, just because that's what we refer to it as. And so We
There's
all know
little
from lore
hamlets
that
around the
Hogsmeade is
map,
the
I guess.
only all-wizarding village within Britain. But we wanted other opportunities to kind of meet other characters out here and to kind of populate the landscape, so it's not just kind of, barren as you leave out this
Smaller
section
than a
of town.
village,
And
bigger
so
than
we just
a
imagine these different dwellings, these
I don't
different
know.
smaller locations that wizards
Maybe
might live
Hamlet's the
in
smallest.
out in the Scottish Highlands. And so it's those. And so we
I always
refer to
forget
those as
Hogwarts
hamlets,
in
and they're
Scotland.
opportunities to learn those wizard stories, how those different locations have kind of like learned to live, what their relationships are with characters at Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. And so they're both quest opportunities out here and a chance to kind of get to know more of the area, even beyond Hogwarts and Hogsmeade that we've already experienced. And you'll also notice on the mini-map like lots of little icons, and each one of those represent gameplay in the hamlets that you can participate in, whether it's a vendor or different puzzles and challenges or different secrets that exist. Each one of those icons are different opportunities for gameplay. And you'll notice that same thing as we venture out into the open world as well. So when you go out into the open world and you see those icons, whether they're on the mini-map or on your map or off in the distance, those things are opportunities to say, like, I want to increase my inventory capacity. They're
Oh, that's cool.
puzzles left behind by old wizards, that you can solve that actually grant you those.
Okay, so if you want to
see
increase
ruins off
inventory
in the-
space and
off in the
whatnot,
distance and you visit them,
you would
might
have to
find
do
opportunities
challenges
to actually
around the world.
expand and learn about your ancient
Well,
magic.
I mean, that gets you
And
into the
as
world. That's good.
And as you kind of encounter
Rather than
different
just buying
enemies
inventory
on the
space.
landscape, sometimes those characters, poachers or dark wizards, might be hoarding different
We'll get your
magical
drink on.
resources that are valuable to you as you're playing the game. So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide different opportunities that just kind of reward you for poking around.
I mean, I right away when I want to just cover all of those points on the map just by going over there.
Well, we've flown on a broom already, but there is something that we haven't done so far, and that is getting on our flying mount. We're going to hop on our Onyx Hippogriff here. The Onyx Hippogriff is our pre-order bonus.
Oh my god, there you just like
Oh,
popped out
shit!
The back. Oh wait, you can use it as a horsey? I mean, a horse. I mean, that is a horse.
Yeah.
Nah, that is a
the
horsey,
hippogriff,
bro.
you can-
That's a
you can
horsey.
totally ride it
It's a
like
horsey that
brown mount,
flies.
And you can lift off into the air. And we tried to make sure that each of those interactions, so the broom's really good at reaching that top speed, at kind of traveling the world as quickly as possible. But sometimes it's really nice to get on the hippogriff because of that ground speed or
Nice.
those transitions. And sometimes it just feels amazing just to be riding around on a hippogriff.
Look at it.
Yeah, it
Damn,
really
look at it
is kinda
soaring,
like,
man.
I don't know, it's a great feeling being on it, and it's a great
This looks
feeling managing those
great.
transitions kind of going.
Looks
from
smooth
run
as
to
fuck. I
fly
think they're
and to
playing
be
on a
able to go wherever you
PS5.
want. And we tried to make sure that each one of these things that you can interact with have a unique identity and a reason for being.
I cannot wait to play
Oh
this
my God, like,
game.
I see, like,
They keep
different,
doing
like,
these showcases
areas,
and like these teases on
area.
Twitter and
Like,
whatnot,
can you
like
go
this
to,
whatnot.
like, an
And
entire map anywhere you
every
go?
single
The
time they do
regions are,
something
like,
like it,
far
it's
from
like
you.
I just want the game right now. Give me it.
There's kind of a moment where the world kind of opens up to you outside of Hogwarts as a student, and right from that moment.
I mean, I'm gonna be playing it
early on in the
February
game, you can
7th,
Go wherever you want.
but,
And
like,
so you might find more difficult challenges.
want it
in different
now.
areas,
I want
and
it
you'll see
now.
different spots as Andrew's
It's
moving
December.
around, like you
It's
mentioned,
December
South.
14th. I still got a
But we
month
have got like a
and
coast,
a little bit.
and we've got different types of environments out in the world just to kind of pepper your experience, reward you for exploring.
Little bit
keep
under
things
2
fresh.
months.
All those things exist as we're moving around.
So cool. And I love that windmill. It's like so rustic. Like I keep forgetting that this is like 1800s. The Wizarding World we've
Yeah.
never really seen before. Like it feels so authentic. Like it just, it's part of it.
Yeah,
Late
love
1800s,
this
if I remember
vista
correctly,
too,
right?
And I'm gonna have Andrew stop here. We're gonna use a bit of dev magic to change the seasons. Actually, I want you to see what this world looks like, covered in snow.
Yes, yes.
I'm glad they
please.
put that in the game. Different seasons as you're progressing through the game is actually really cool.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, you guys remember the movies, right? Like they'd be at the school, start of the school year. It's September, fall, whatever, right?
This is so
And then
beautiful.
a few scenes later, it's winter. That Hogsmeade and whatnot. And it's like it was a nice display of time passing.
Oh my god! Does it have like actual like gameplay impact, like impact on the gameplay, or does it like it's just the weather of Scotland?
Yeah, we use it. We really use it as a narrative marker through the game. So as you're progressing through your main storyline, it was important for us to kind of like have those moments that kind of felt like when you're reading the books or watching the movies, where you'll see kind of like the title card winter, and now the landscape has changed, and you're really feeling that passage of time while you're a student, going through your year at Hogwarts. And I think we wanted to duplicate.
Yeah, it's
that,
a passage
and
of time,
I think
man.
It's really fun that it's not just on the outside, which which I agree. I think it looked really beautiful. But within the school as well. So there are moments like when it reaches certain holidays or things like that, where Hogsmeade reacts to holidays and the school reacts to holidays, and you see the decorations around those environments change.
Oh, cool.
That really helped just kind of make me feel like I'm there.
Right.
Yeah. And it's not just for the seasons, those kind of vibe things. Like we have a day-night cycle, and that day-night cycle, even though similarly, like it's largely about vibe. When you go into Hogsmeade in the evening, there's less characters there. Around the school, you'll notice it kind of dies down and quiets down. Just when there's candlelight and students kind of like as you're walking through the halls. But in that day-night cycle is where we've kind of placed a few items where, whether or not you can collect them or whether or not you can interact with them, a little bit restricted by the day-night cycle.
Some items are affected by the day or night cycle. That's cool.
Flying up here, really high up on the hippogriff, and we're
and the animal doesn't have
Hogwarts in the distance,
like the stamina bar thing or whatever you want to call it.
Most about flying around in this game, whether it's on a hippogriff
it's not gonna
or on the broom.
make you drop down to the ground when it depletes because there is nothing to deplete.
Distance, and that's one of my. I still can't get over no matter I play this so much, but I still can't get over.
Lucky
the fact that
you to play it so much.
There, and there's just something beautiful about knowing that all of the things inside of it, the classrooms, the students, the professors, all the places I can go, I can just fly my hippogriff, land in the courtyard, enter the front doors, and just walk, to the library, to class, or to greenhouse, or to my common room. That it's all contiguous and just kind of like one space is still exciting.
I don't think those are wolves. I think there's something
else. I'm speechless right now. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Mongo?
It's just, oh my god.
As much as we want to spend a lot more time out here just flying around, experiencing the world, I think this is a great opportunity to switch over to combat. And last time we did kind of an intro to combat.
Deep dive.
We're going to really go a lot more of a deep dive on using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which is part of our deluxe edition.
Dark Arts Battle Arena.
Andrew's got us in the Forbidden Forest, which is where the Dark Arts Battle Arena is. Which is part of the Deluxe and Digital Deluxe Edition. I love the way that the Dark Arts Battle Arena is actually part of the world. It's integrated into the world, so your experience is more immersive.
Just an extra battle arena
from the main menu of the game or something like that.
No, there's one for sure, right?
Exactly.
We have the one in Hogwarts.
Reasons to go to the Forbidden Forest, but he's also wearing the Dark Arts cosmetic set, and here he's pulling out the Thestral, which is part of that Dark Arts pack from the Deluxe and Digital Deluxe edition. So we're going full Dark Arts.
Can it fly too?
That's good. That's fine.
It has wings, so I'm assuming.
But I like this battle arena. It is a great place to show off really combat in a big way because it unlocks some interesting abilities for you and allows you to really play around with combat in a deep way.
And is this like the only arena like this in the game where you can like practice?
Yeah. So in the base game we have 2 combat arenas normally.
Okay.
And so everyone has access to those. And each of the combat arenas are an opportunity to kind of just go through a difficult combat challenge, fight through multiple waves, in order to earn a different cosmetic for your character and add that to your collection.
Well, that's a nice ass
in the case of that's no different than the Dark Arts Battle Arena. That's also true, the combat arena. But one of the things that we're excited about in the Dark Arts Battle Arena that people can do is you come in preloaded with different abilities. So the unforgivable curses are something that everyone's going to have access to through the base game and going to be able to earn, and they can make choices in order to.
There's nothing locked behind the deluxe edition.
And they can also commit to that.
Nothing of importance.
With certain talents and things like that.
The deluxe edition gives you the arena just so you can test out your abilities.
All those things as kind of like a way to test them all.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
So it's a chance to
so this arena specifically will give you every single one of your spells just to test out. It's just a benefit, really. That's it. Benefit of being able to test out your abilities before having to use them in actual combat.
This is just kind of like a way of
that'll affect your game.
Great place for us to show off.
And of course, you get other cosmetic stuff from it. So it's not like it's not locking content.
And we can start talking about everything you're seeing on the
it's not locking like actual story content behind a deluxe edition.
Just about the Kadabras right away. Oh my god.
About a Kadabra off the bat, baby.
Oh my god.
Crucio?
Was that Crucio? Oh,
yeah, I think that was Crucio, right?
so cool.
I'm only assuming because it looks like it's being tortured.
Like when we use
That they're being tortured.
His health bar went from instant to 0, and we really are trying to honor the way Avada Kedavra works in the game.
At least the first guy looked like he was being tortured.
you'll notice that like the meter takes up a lot longer.
So
to
Avada
kind
Kedavra
of
is gonna
build
like
up as a
one
way to
shot in
kind of
most
deal with
situations.
its extreme power, just so that it's still fun to use. And then there's some ways.
I
That
wonder
we'll
how
probably
much.
talk about
I wonder what's the limit.
to adjust that. But I don't know.
I'm assuming we
don't
got
know
like
if there are
big
things
ass
on the
boss
screen
fights
that
in
you
this
have
game, right?
questions
I'm
about.
assuming you
Or,
can't just
like, I
Avada
see, like,
Kedavra
little
your way to the
blue
end.
thingies pop up from
Yeah.
the
There has to be
enemy.
some sort of
Also,
downside of using
for,
cursed,
like,
the
that
unforgivable
sign,
curses.
well, it's like, so in the community we call it the ancient magic sign. I don't know if that's how it's called
Ancient magic.
in the game.
So the community is astute. So on the
Talking about
development
the one
side
beside the
and
bar
player
that's like
facing
two
users,
blue
we
ones.
reference that as your ancient magic meter.
Oh, so it is ancient magic.
Okay.
Yeah. So as your abilities in the game keep growing and you become exposed to some of the secrets about your own kind of mystery and your own abilities, you start unlocking new powers. So one of those powers, you'll see the R1 button appearing throughout the game. That's an ancient magic throw, we call it, that allows you to kind of like draw an object to you and fling it at an enemy.
Okay.
But whenever you see the R1 or the L1 plus R1 appear over somebody's head, that's an ability to cast a very devastating and powerful ancient magic spell.
Oh.
to do a ton of
Okay.
damage against the character.
I see.
And the way
Cool.
that manifests itself depends on the type of enemy that you're fighting. And you'll see a wide variety of enemies in here that are pressuring the player in different ways. You'll notice there's
Another Avada
there's,
Kedavra.
abilities that kind of bubble up under the player as he's fighting that force him to move. And there's different ways that we want the player to kind of move around on the battlefield. And that's actually a good link to the ancient magic meter in general. And the reason why I say that is because as you're doing different things in combat, you're protegoing and you're doing different abilities and you can kind of spec into it with your talents. There are different ways to get that meter to build faster and faster. But one of the most effective base ways to build up that meter fast, that way you can launch these devastating attacks whenever you want to, is to actually perform combos. So you see that combo appearing.
Cool, okay.
Your emotions are building up, and then basically that builds up enough that you can attack someone. But as the combo meter builds up, at some point you strike someone and a piece of their magic kind of falls out of them. You'll see these blue orbs in the game world, and there's something that only you can see in the narrative in the world. And it's another reason to move around on the battlefield. If you can go up and collect those things and suck them in, they give big jumps to that ancient magic meter as we're playing.
We're
Cool.
talking a lot about spells and magic here, but I think there's another huge component of combat, and that is the tools that you can bring to combat as well to kind of change the way you play. And I think Mackenzie knows a lot about what's
chicken.
going on with the plants and potions.
And so the tools are really interesting because they're basically like a prior investment. So you can bring the potions and the plants that you grow in the Room of Requirement to combat to essentially kind of help you defeat enemies a lot quicker and more efficiently. So some of the tools that you'll see here are like the rock skin potion. So that is something that basically covers your skin in this like rocky material that
Trolls!
reduces the incoming
Mountain
damage
trolls.
that
Oh my
you're
god, it's
receiving.
visual.
So against
Cool.
big enemies, hard-hitting enemies.
They're rock
like
now.
these, that's super
They're tall.
helpful.
Paul from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Destroying
Just rocked yourself
the
up.
troll just
Rock
collapsed
armor.
from one of the Kedavra.
You just
Obviously, we
one-shotted
have
a
the
troll,
Wiggum
by the
potion
way.
as well,
That's
which
cool.
increases your health. And then we have the focus potion. So when Alan talks about having to balance Avada Kedavra with a long cooldown, because obviously it's an instant kill, one thing that you could do is brew a focus potion, and that will increase how quickly your
Oh
cooldowns,
wow, it's moving up.
gain.
Right.
It's cooling down much
There's
faster.
so much like versatility, like in what the character is doing to the troll right now. Like he's just bouncing around the arena. He's like
Yeah, it's a lot of
and the
movement.
troll
Gotta
makes
love
him
that.
Move around too. Looks like.
And I love that our plants are violent.
Yes, and so that's like when we're talking about
Ooh, the plants.
the setup of the arena. You also have plants that you can fight with, and so we have things like the venomous tentacula that you can put down, and it acts like a turret, and it just kind of shoots enemies around the battlefield.
That is so cool. This is like a truly like Hufflepuffian way to approach
Yeah.
the battle. Yes.
No, that was super important to us. So there were these like multiple ways, and so you can see there's a ton of different things that you can use. The mandrake is one, so you can pull it out and it stuns with its like piercing cry these enemies
cool.
In a radius.
And another thing I want to call out that we're seeing on the side of the screen here is these dueling feats, which I love because I love anything that prompts me to play a game in a different way. A unique
Yeah, it's like
way.
challenges, fighting challenges.
My
Cool.
style, you know. And so this is a way to, if you want to get
I mean, with
stuck in
so
your
many
zone,
different
go
ways
for
to
it.
fight
If you
and like
just wanna
different
blast
spells,
people with spells, go
not
for it.
having
But,
fighting
if you
challenges
want
would be
to,
weird.
have some things over here that
So many
may
different
use
spells,
certain plants
different
or
kind of
certain
combos
potions
and
or
shit.
block more or
Yeah, we mentioned the field guide challenges in the prior stream, and the field guide challenges, this is the way that the field guide manifests like challenges for you to do in combat. And exactly to your point, we just wanted a way to encourage players to explore the different systems, to help them decide
Cool.
to just kind of
Fucking
practice
dope.
with them.
The fighting is
explore
so
what they wanna
cool.
do, because there really are so many different ways that you can push talents. When you see the green X's on characters,
That's right.
and that's kind of through your talents, you can unlock this kind of cursing mechanic that sort of like links the fates of these different characters on the battlefield. That way, as you get as you're cursing different characters, they all begin sharing damage. And so we have things like Avada Kedavra, which is the insta
Like chaining
but
attack.
If you curse everyone before you insta kill this one guy, they can all drop dead for that kind of ultimate.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
fantasy. And so,
Oh my god.
there are dark arts fantasies. There's fantasies about being more of a defense against the dark arts characters, things like that misty step that you see occasionally being used on the battlefield. And
By the way, we're
also
fighting
step into,
goblins. I
sort of
just I didn't even
make
notice
them
that.
more powerful and more efficacious. So
Or I think I noticed it, but I
each
didn't
type
say
of
anything. Those are
player you
goblins.
feel like you are, and whether or not
And
you
dark
want to play
wizards.
prep on the fly
And
or
trolls.
with deliberation, and those are all different options.
That is so cool because like it's like I see so much like going on the stream, just so much complexity, and I want to just try it myself.
Victory.
Like, which style works best? I mean, I feel like it's the dark arts.
So there must
Yeah,
be a
it's like,
downside to
I-
dark
I-
arts,
that
right?
ancient
Obviously, there
magic, to
has
be
to be
honest,
one.
feels like much
Like
more
you don't
powerful
even
than
have
just
to
the
be
dark arts.
you don't even have to use any dark
And
arts
speaking of plants and potions,
spells.
we're going to be putting the dark arts away.
If you remember from that one time, like you had the
away,
choice of using a
heading
dark art
to
spell. I think it was
Room of
Crucio to
Requirement,
open a
which
door.
is your home
You had to
within
torture your
Hogwarts, a
friend or something, and it'll
personalizable
open a
space,
door.
that
But
actually
you had the
has
option
some
of doing it
utility as
yourself
well,
or
where
having
you
someone
can
else do it for
brew
you.
things and grow
So you could
things
possibly go
and,
throughout this entire game and not use a
also
single
care for some
dark art
beasts.
spell.
All right, Andrew's
Maybe that'll
got us
affect
in
the ending
room
of the game?
requirement,
Something like that?
Wearing, we kind of went casual mode on the outfit here, wearing a nice jumper. And I think that's a good jumping off point for the personalization of the space as well, not just your character and the visuals of your
Room of
character,
requirement.
but
Look at this
actually
baby.
the space is a place that you can make your own.
Yeah, it was super important to us that this space really did feel like your reflection as a wizard. So you can change the
You
architecture.
got a brewing
in
station. You got
What?
pots here.
different
or-
themes throughout, starkly
Oh.
different themes to really
Hello.
just hammer home that this is
Whoa!
What?
You can change the
It's
ceiling.
beautiful. We never expected that to be. Oh my god.
That's cool.
That's the thing is not only can you change the architecture here, but you can actually conjure little objects into this space, as you can see. So
You just really just customize it to the fucking.
statues that you can do,
the
and
moon.
ornaments, and tables, and rugs, and just a
Cool.
bunch of little things that really flesh out the space and bring it to life.
Oh my goodness, because like we had an idea that those places where you brew stuff, that's where you can change, but you can do all of this. Where do you even get this stuff? Like, there's a furniture store?
Yeah, so we call them conjurations. And the conjuration recipes can be purchased at Tomes and Scrolls in Hogsmeade.
Okay.
But also, as you engage in different types of gameplay throughout the world, you'll be rewarded with
Ooh, different
objects.
color as
That's
well.
so cool. And you change color?
You can change the color, you can change the size of it, and you can place it.
Oh, the
basically
smallest chair.
anywhere.
Oh my god, it's so tiny. It's like for baby Niffler.
Nah.
And I love how the system too is designed. It's not mechanical; it's immersive, and so you get the magical effect of conjuring it in, and you're.
So you got the
actually
pots
doing
for
this in the
plants.
world as
You have
your
that
character,
brewing station
but
for potions.
the way you
There's a
blend
loom
in
there
that
as well for
gameplay with
clothing.
the
What was the
immersive,
book station for?
Design of personalizing the space.
The desk with the
and I
book. I
love
think you
the
could interact
animation,
with it.
how
I think that's
like,
something, right?
appears, you know, like it's not just like there. It's like it almost like it apparates.
It is really quite beautiful, and that was the thing is we wanted that to look really nice because the magic in the wizarding world is everywhere. It's physical, it's kinetic, and it's whimsical. And we really wanted to nail that whimsy in this space.
That looks like one there too. The one where that pod is jumping, that open area. Or not that open area. So like that like
with the utility
that
objects as well. So you
desk,
can
not
see that we
desk. I
have
don't even know what the hell that thing
planting
is.
pots
But you know
and
what I mean.
potion
That
stations, and you could change the look
thing
of
right
those,
beside the jumping
as
pot.
well. And these are the areas where, as we had mentioned previously,
customize
you'll be
these as
growing your
well.
Plants, you'll be brewing your potions.
Right, right,
All
right,
four
right.
corners of this room,
So while
and then
you're
these
also
pots in the middle
doing
here.
these like kind of nurturing based activities.
Those are
this is
all
also the
things for the
space,
game, right?
where
Like
you
interactive
would bring
things
your
that we
gear,
can
gear
use
be
to make stuff.
identified and gear to have like rates put on it, which I believe Alan can talk to.
Oh.
Yeah, we keep bringing up appearance and how it looks, and And on a,
Yeah, here's the loom.
like in the game, you can look like anything you want to whenever you want to.
That's cool.
But the player will be finding different types of gear, that we call it, as you progress through the game. And essentially, we just know that clothes and different items in the wizarding world can have different magical properties. And as you
Autumn
explore
jumper
and as you
uniform.
adventure,
Defense
as you
is
see
0.
enemies, you're going to be finding
Offense
different
0 on this one. This
pieces
is
of
snowy.
gear, that have different abilities. And that
You can upgrade them up
help
to 3
you in your
times,
journey
and you can
are a
add
major part
trait
of you kind of
slots.
growing as a wizard and
I'm
advancing as a
assuming
wizard.
3 levels, 3
And so
slots. 1
it's
level,
a
1 slot.
huge
2
list.
level, 2 slot.
And not all the time, whenever you get a new piece
Dark
of gear,
wizards,
you don't necessarily know
Dugbogs,
exactly
goblins,
what it does.
Inferi,
And so there is a
Inferi or
station
whatever.
inside of the room of requirement that you can conjure. It's one of the first things you conjure, called an identification station, where you can actually bring that gear that you're uncertain about and learn what its abilities are.
Right, yeah, that's so cool.
That's what
And
this
then
is. Okay.
as this space advances even further, and the space will eventually grow its own rooms, and you're going to get new recipes. You know, like Mackenzie's talking about, all these different things keep expanding. And
This
as
is not
it
even its
expands,
final
eventually you're
form.
going to earn what we see here, which is called a loom. And when you set up a loom, it's an ability to essentially customize exactly which magical properties are on your gear, and take any piece of gear and adjust its properties and to tweak what it does. And I mentioned earlier that you can make anything look like anything. The collection of appearances, we call it, or cosmetics, we've been referring to it in this stream. Those types of things you can use, and you can apply
Spiders,
a look
trolls,
to
there's
any
other stuff, enemies down there.
look. So if you get a piece of gear, you put it on, you look like that. But you
Now
can change it
spiders,
to
that's
look
not gonna
like
be fun
whatever
to
you want.
fight.
That's
I
so
hate
cool.
spiders.
And like you can just put some ability to this sweater, but then you can just swap that ability.
Yep, and appearances you can edit whenever you want in the gear screen. The loom is specifically about applying traits and applying.
So you get your transmog system just from your menu.
Or give you really specific abilities that blend in nicely with where you're trying to go with your combat fantasy or talents and things like that.
Interesting. I'm just seeing that they're just like pumpkin fur, mooncup fur. Where does that come from?
Yeah, that's the
and
upgrade
so you'll
material.
notice that the ingredients that are used to add traits and to upgrade your gear are based around beasts. So this is where we get into the beast care section, which is inside this Vivario.
Oh, some potion thing
Kind
right
of
there.
bigger space on the inside.
Oh,
idea. So you can
holy
see here we have
shit.
a couple of beasts out. We have a grab
Look at
horn,
that
and a
big
moon
fucker.
calf, and a niffler and a Kneasel as well. So quite
Grab
a
horn.
variety.
Oh my god, he's just like a big puppy.
They're
I
so
love
cute.
their cuddling. I know, oh my god, they're together. Oh, that's so cute.
They're adorable. And so part of beast care is petting them as well, but feeding them too. And so once you do those things, that's when they feel safe enough that they'll give you their magical ingredients. So mooncalf fur, niffler fur, etc.
Oh, okay. So the more trust level we get with them, the material they'll give us.
That
Okay.
makes sense, because when you touch the animals, you guys
They willingly give us the material we need instead of us hunting and
Yeah,
skinning
we really
them.
want to hammer home the fact that this is like a home that you're making for them. So in
Is there
the
an option
overland,
to
you
hunt
can
them?
find these beast dens,
I mean, if you
and
can kill
rescue these
wizards, you can
beasts.
hunt the
Part of
animals,
doing
right?
So is crushing them and feeding them food as well, and to build that relationship with your beasts. In addition to be able to care for beasts, you can actually conjure things in this space as well.
Cool.
The house, the cottage.
Yeah, right. And so we have like a lot of little ornaments in this area, and a lot of them are purely cosmetic, but they look really cool. Again,
Oh,
it's
nice.
the personalization of this.
Yeah, and that's an
space.
arch.
Oh my goodness, no, this is like, I'm gonna spend 8 hours just
Yeah.
designing this whole area to personalize. This is like cool, it's like you have this little
Kneasel.
play area, like a personalized fish tank, so to say, just for the creatures. I love it.
Yeah, no, totally. And there's like a decoration aspect, but there's also, we were saying inside as well, is there's a utility aspect to it too. So as you progress in the game and you're able to purchase more conjurations, you're able to speed up your process. So one of them, for example, is the food processor, which allows for the beast in the space to automatically get feed, so you don't have to do it manually. And so you're really
That's cool.
building the progression for yourself here. In addition, there's also a toy box.
Yeah, this seems a lot bit more into the game because he has a lot of
You'll
moon.
see here, yeah.
Whatever
So
that
you
moonstone or whatever the hell
there's
that
a
was.
bunch
That
of
like the
toys in it.
material to
Each
conjure
beast has
stuff.
their own favorite toy. So as you can imagine, the moon calf really likes the moon ball.
That currency or whatever.
The Neasel, as like a little cat, really likes to chase the yarn ball as well.
Right.
And they're super
wow.
cute.
Oh my god.
Watching them, it's so cute.
And the big thing
That's
I
so
really
nice.
want to hammer home is that the world is a dangerous place, and so by going and rescuing these beasts and bringing them back here and caring for them, you're really helping them out. There's poachers in the overland who hunt these beasts for their material. So instead, you're caring for them. You're giving them a home.
Well, I can't be the poacher, can I? That's what you're saying.
Raphorn is just gigantic. But he looks like my dog. We can't say my dog's right now for sure.
You could actually name them as well. So like your dog.
Ew, you can
So
rename
getting
your
back into
animals.
that
Cool.
Personalization, you know, yeah, we didn't want you to just like throw in, oh, here's a Graphorn in here. Like, this can be named whatever Andrew's about to name them. Bruce.
The good name.
You know, we've created this really nice space, and you can get additional vivariums, correct, to different kind of aesthetics and looks to where you're keeping your beasts and caring for them.
Progression is a big part of this space as well. So as you progress through the story, you will unlock more vivariums. So as you can see, this one's quite meadow themed, big, open, bright. But there's other ones, say like a swamp that you might encounter. And it's really a visual effect to and more space for your beast.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like those, so when we're inside the room requirement, there's like on the left, there's that moon glow from one entrance and then some shrubbery going on in the right. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Ah, oh, you put trees in here too. Oh my goodness.
And another thing with the beast care that I think is great, you know, tying back to the same kind of thing that you did with like the broom, where the broom is not just a method of travel, it's actually built in and integrated into the world. In the same way, like beast care isn't just this added element. You're not just throwing it on top. There's really this like narrative and integration to
everything connects. So as you progress through the missions, you'll expand the space. As you earn resources, you'll go into Hogsmeade and use them to unlock the gameplay here and unlock new conjurations and different things to play around with. In the open world, it's in those different environments, like the different combat and conflicts and bandit camps and different things like that exist in the overland. Those things are what hold recipes that exist in the loom. So
that's
all
a
these
nice
things
looking
have a way of
statue.
Connecting. Moonstone that you find out in the world is the resource that we use to conjure everything.
All right,
found
so it
throughout
is a
the world.
moonstone. That's what it's called.
Forgeables are used for recipes. So really, everything's like a cycle and keeps you coming back.
But even with the story that's being told too, I think people know who Poppy is and that she has a particular affinity for beasts.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we're seeing here, you know, you're going to be venturing out into the world, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg, even of kind of like your interactions with beasts in that narrative. So, you know, you bringing up Poppy, there are more kind of mysteries to discover and things to discover out in the world that have to do with her and that have to do with caring for beasts. And so different characters have their own stuff that just kind of make this all just kind of like the beginning of your journey.
Well, we could spend hours in here, but we're gonna have to end the stream now. What do you think about what you've seen today?
I mean, this is
This is
so
fucking
blown
nuts.
away
It's
by
amazing.
how-
It's something
how
that I
beautiful
cannot
it
wait to
looks. The
play.
open world
As I
seems
said
so
multiple
detailed, and
times.
There's so many things to do, and like the combat, we're gonna spend like 2 weeks or more just breaking it down by pieces. There's just so much to this world. Like, I'm so happy you guys did this overall gameplay.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We've got more for you to discover and find on your own. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Hogwarts Legacy is available for pre-order now. It releases February 10th with 72-hour early access for owners of the Collector's, Deluxe, and Digital Deluxe Edition.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap things up. But
Definitely getting the
there's
digital
a
deluxe
little
edition.
surprise for you.
Want that early,
Bye.
that 72-hour early access. We got a special surprise, you said? What's up? Hello. Where are we? Hello? What the fuck? That's Slytherin. Slytherin, something Slytherin related. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Game comes out February 10th for next gen consoles and PC. But if you get the digital deluxe edition, you get 72 early access, which I believe is February 7th. And I cannot wait to play that. And there we have it. That is it for this reaction. Another gameplay showcase down. Maybe another one. I would assume maybe one big one and like little stuff coming out of the way. They seem to be announcing a lot of stuff, and it's nothing story related. It's just gameplay related and whatnot. And that's always nice to keep it like out in the open with your audience and stuff, so like they know what they're getting into. And I cannot wait to play this game. Each one just makes me more and more hype. And that's it for this reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.